the best of the week on Relevant Radio.
Well, today on the show, we are indeed talking about Eucharistic Adoration. With us today as our spiritual director and discussion guide is Father Tom Wilson. Father Wilson is a priest for the Archdiocese of St. Paul-Minneapolis, where he serves as pastor of All Saints Catholic Church in Lakeville, Minnesota. Let's go now to Jan calling in from Olive Branch, Mississippi. Hi, Jan. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Real quickly, I am a cradle Catholic who still does not have that magic formula for what to do when I am in adoration. It's gotten to the point where it's very frustrating. I want to add it to my toolbox, my Lenten toolbox, but I still don't know what to do when I'm in front of the Blessed Sacrament. Do I kneel there, pray quietly, waiting for the Lord to say something to me, or do I read something spiritual? Do I read my Bible? I don't get it. I don't know what to do, and I'm ashamed to admit it.
Well, thank you very much, Jan, and thanks for your perseverance in continuing to put yourself before the Lord in adoration. That's a gift and a prayer in and of itself. One of our previous callers asked about that specifically, and there's a couple of things that I would mention here. The first one is pray as you can, not as you can't. Okay, and so. Ways that you pray every day can be done in front of the Blessed Sacrament. If you are a rosary prayer, pray the rosary in front of the Blessed Sacrament. If you are a scripture reader, read the scriptures in front of the Blessed Sacrament. If you are a spiritual reading person, do some spiritual reading in front of the Blessed Sacrament. And anytime I deal with anybody who seems to be struggling in their prayer life and have dryness, that we sometimes call it, the first thing I encourage them to do is to talk to Jesus about their dryness. It's like, Jesus, this is a heart-to-heart. It's a heart-to-heart connection between you and Jesus. And if your heart is not receiving what you desire it to receive, and it's difficult for you, to say, Jesus, this is very difficult for me. And have that honest and open communication with him, that can never be beat. The Lord can handle anything that we might say to him. Okay. Second of all, Saint Teresa of Avila, one of the greatest mystics, doctor of the church, one of the greatest mystics in the whole history of the church, mystic, had all sorts of divine revelations and all those kinds of things that were given to her as a grace. Was also a very, very pragmatic woman in her life and in her spiritual life, and understood that whenever we go in to pray, there's going to be some risk of us kind of sitting there and wondering what in the world is going on. And so St. Teresa always recommended, you go in there with the idea of some deep communion with the Lord in contemplative prayer, very few words, and just receiving and all that. But she also said, but always bring the book with you. Bring the book with you, and just have some things that some spiritual reading, and that sort of thing, and and prayers. I think there's a little book that just says Holy Hours with the Blessed Sacrament. Anything, because the point is being there. And if you're there and sort of nothing is happening, I encourage a little patience. But if it's not, okay, we've got the rosary, we've got the book, and make use of that time in connection with the Lord in that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How does that sound?
Not a time. It's not a time to be frustrated. Don't be frustrated, Jan. Just love the Lord and let the Lord love you, and speak to him as you are able.
Okay, thank you so much. That's great advice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Jan, I am convinced that your perseverance will pay off, and that meeting with the Lord, I mean, it may sometimes take time, or may not come in exactly the way we want, but I'm sure that he will honor that, and he will draw you closer to himself, and you'll be more and more comfortable with it. So thank you for the call, Jan. Really appreciate it.
That was the best of the week on Relevant Radio. The best way to listen to the best of the week is on the Relevant Radio app, free and always free. Download and share the #1 free Catholic app today in the App Store.